There are various fields in the Egyptian economy where they can go into this market. Of course, they can deepen their presence in the oil and gas sector. This is one area. Also, there is the area of, which maybe it's the most important area for many Kuwaiti companies here, construction companies in particular. It's, of course, the real estate. They have been establishing, KEPCO in specific has been establishing a lot of projects in Egypt real estate. I think in real estate sector, that's the sector where they can develop further. And also in areas like IT, we have a lot of good potential in IT. Egypt has been witnessing a growth in its outsourcing activities that had taken place in the last few years, maybe starting from back in 2008. And also, a lot of our people are really good at, software programming, and all this activities have been showing a great growth in Egypt in the last few years. So this is another area also where the Kuwaiti businessmen can go and invest in Egypt. As an economy, Egypt has a really, in comparison to the rest of the Arab world and the region in general, it has a diversified economy where people can work in a lot of, there is not, you cannot characterize Egypt by being a one-sector economy, for example, like many other Arab countries. But we have, an economy that is diversified. We have an industrial sector that is a big sector, and also an agriculture sector, which is, striving to enter into a new phase where it's high-tech, a really high-tech industry. Also, our services sector, which is like 60% of our economy, also is a very diversified sector with banking, insurance, real estate, IT, financial consultancies, all developing at a very good pace within the country and outside also of Egypt. Our foreign investors have been calling for that. I mean, let the currency drop so that we can really see where it's going to stand. Let's see the real value of the Egyptian pound. So now that we have taken this very hard, decision, people are now seeing, how the currency is, how strong is our currency, or how weak is the currency, the Egyptian pound is, vis-a-vis the other currencies, including the dinar itself, because the dinar is a very, strong currency worldwide, not just in the region. So I think one of the areas where we have seen an increase, not a decrease, but an increase in the investment is the stock exchange. Cairo Stock Exchange has been seeing an increase since we have taken the decision. And in that area, I think we have seen a lot of Arab investors and foreign investors coming in an indirect portfolio investment into our stock exchange. And there is also, we have our own plans that in the foreseeable future, we will enlist a bunch of our successful and profit-making companies that is owned in either a majority stake or a minority stake by our government, so that we can widen the base of our stock exchange. Now things are clearer for the companies to lay out their own strategic plan. If we're talking about a 5-year, a 10-year investment plan for some of the big companies here in Kuwait. One of the biggest investors of Kuwait in Egypt is, of course, the MBK, and they had a report that came out recently, praising this decision, saying that this will give them a chance to really to lay out their own long-term plan for investment, and deepening their presence in the Egyptian market, where they have been, making a huge margin, or not huge, big margin of profits since they opened office in Egypt a few years back.